happily ever after means, accepting reality and rolling with the tide and loving the fact that Morgan is growing up and loving her, going to leave her eventually and all of that. So it's a real cautionary tale about trying to control things too much.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I feel like I've been doing carpets for 10 years, asking Amy and James and everybody.
When they're going to do this?
When we're going to do, and here we are. How does it feel?
It feels wild. Like, I've been working on the movie for a really long time, and then suddenly it's like upon us now. And, COVID waylaid everything. COVID made it incredibly hard to make because it's a big movie with a lot going on, and it was very isolating and it was intense, and to be making something with this much joy that's about this interaction in that environment was pretty hard. Right. But it was an incredible experience. I wouldn't have traded it for the world. It was great.
I know you and James have a shorthand, I think, from Hairspray.
Yeah.
I am talking to the director of Hairspray. I just did something with Nikki Blonsky for the anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, just reliving all my days.
I still can't believe that it's been 15 years. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, what does that feel like? It is an anniversary.
Weird. Yeah, old. Old. I was like, what happened? I just made it, I thought. Anyway.
I
just made this.
Yes, I did have a Link Larkin calendar on my wall when I was younger.
So not thing you talk about on a first date.
So we did see the footage, but where do we pick up with these characters?
About 10 years after the first movie, they're married, they have a kid, they have a new baby. Morgan has turned into a bit of a surly teenager of the city, and they are sort of struggling with malcontent, and Robert and Giselle decide they want to have a fresh start and move out to the country, and that does not sit well with Morgan. She's happy in the city and she wants to stay there with her friends, and she feels uprooted, and no matter what Giselle does, she cannot seem to connect with Morgan and make her happy. So with all the best intentions, she tries to control the situation, and because it's a movie, it all blows up.
Things happen.
Lots of happens.
How do you define the title Disenchanted? What do you feel like this means in terms of the movie?
Well, I think it's like a cautionary thing because I was always nervous about the title because I was like, I can just hear the headlines, like, I don't want to do that. But the reality is, it's like living for 10 years in the real world. Giselle is now experiencing a level of disenchantment because, honestly, she cannot control life on life's terms. If happily ever after means nothing changes.
Right.
It means there is no bad ever again. So that means life stops. But that's not a concept somebody from Andalasia could ever grasp onto. So she's really struggling to understand that and is on this endless quest for whatever her happily ever after might be. And by the end of our movie, she understands that happily ever after means, accepting reality and rolling with the tide and loving the fact that Morgan is growing up and loving her, going to leave her eventually and all of that. So it's a real cautionary tale about trying to control things too much.
Oh man, I can't wait. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It's a pleasure.